Hello trader, welcome to another weekly Forex forecast for the upcoming week. So you can see that upon retail sales, past week was pretty volatile. We can see that core retail sales and retail sales, both of this data has come out to be unexpectedly unusual. We can see that the forecast for core retail sales was 0.3%, has dropped to minus 0.4%, and also retail sales dropped to minus 0.9%. And with the Trump's speech, the market looks extremely volatile at the moment. And under the circumstances, let's look at what's happening with DXY. Now, it was in a very strong uptrend quite a few weeks. We can see that currently the market managed to have a very strong rejection with this data as well as some other political factors. So let's look at this week what kind of trading opportunity we might have. We'll be analyzing complete multi-time frame to see from technical as well as fundamental perspective either DXY, is it a pullback or it is a reversal. We'll do a full multi-time frame analysis from A to Z. Traders, make sure you stick till the end to see all other instruments as well, including XAU USD, Euro Dollar, AUD USD, GBP USD, Dollar CAD, GBP JPY, and Dollar Yen. We'll be looking for one by one to see where you can find trading opportunities in this upcoming week. Now, before this weekly Forex forecast, traders, make sure that you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So let's get started, starting with, first of all, DXY. Okay, so first of all, let's look at DXY. First of all, we will be looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market, and then we'll jump onto the lower time frame to see where we can find potential trading opportunities in this upcoming week. Looking at the monthly on DXY, we can see that this is the monthly price action, which is we have seen quite a few months of strong bullish impulse followed by a monthly doji, signals potential slowdown of this bullish trend, followed by this month. So far we can see that after retesting this upper shadow, the bulls couldn't create a higher high. Instead, we see that lower high and strong rejection from the top. Now this rejection could be a reversal or could be a pullback. First, let's look at from the pullback perspective. As we have seen a strong impulse, now we can expect a pullback starting of this Fibonacci perspective to see from low to the high. We can see the market currently approaching this 38.2% Fibonacci level, and what I think that it might even reach that 50% Fibonacci pullback. From Fibonacci perspective, we can expect DXY to drop back down further to the support level. Dropping down to the weekly chart to see how DXY is doing, we can see that from the weekly, it was in a very strong uptrend here with this impulse followed by this correction, and we can see another impulse followed by deeper correction. Now, what we can see there on DXY, couple of weeks from this resistance line, there is a big drop followed by again another impulse and weekly doji formation here. What we can see in this weekly move that the market slowly forming a bearish trend here with this long wick candle drop to that support level, a very strong bounce and immediate rejection from the sellers with this long wick doji followed by another bearish candle. Now this rejection in both of these impulse, we can see that there is strong liquidity grab that signals that DXY might drop back to this support level, which is also aligning with the 50% Fibonacci level. And what I think that DXY may drop further to break this support level as there is a high liquidity. As this market currently trending to the downside, that trend could bring that price back to this support level where there is a high liquidity. Now dropping down to the daily chart to see how the market is evolving, we can see that from the daily perspective also, this is there was quite a few days of consolidation in that area, and with that consolidation with a long week candle, the market has got a very strong rejection, has broken this support level completely, and with that break of this support, the market currently has dropped back to that level. And we could see that from the daily perspective on DXY, what I think that after retest, we might see that the market potentially trending, and it could drop back to this support level where there is high liquidity. So lower time frame price action as well, we can expect DXY to remain bearish to this support level or even drop further back to that level. So lower time frame price action, if we look at the 4-hour chart, we can see a couple of long week candles that signals also strong liquidity trigger from the top. Now as the market grabbing liquidity from the top, the price movement could be towards the downside. Therefore, if we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can expect for the market to remain bearish. At the same time, we might see a pullback here. From this zone, we saw that there was a big drop to that support level. Expecting a deeper pullback with the market open can give another selling opportunity on DXY. Therefore, as soon as we will find suitable entry along this area on DXY, we will be looking for selling opportunity. Based on that DXY, we can look for other instruments such as the euro dollar, AUD USD, and GBP USD to be predicted in a mirror fashion. So let's look at on euro dollar, looking at the monthly chart to see again overall picture in this market. Now euro dollar, like the DXY, just a mirror, we have seen that quite a few months the market managed to break below with a stronger momentum. Here we have seen back-to-back 3 months euro USD has dropped with a long week monthly doji. That in fact is a slowdown of this movement with a massive gap open here. Now this month so far, we can see that once the market opened with this massive gap creating a higher low, the price managed to bounce back up with a full body green candle. On the monthly perspective, expecting for this price to drop again for a pullback and then to revert back up to create a new higher high. Now dropping down to the weekly chart on euro dollar, we can see that from the weekly perspective here, there is a gap open, and the market this week so far managed to bounce back up, back-to-back 2 gap open and formation of couple of green candles, giving a potential signal for euro dollar to potentially bounce again. And I think that as we can expect that DXY to come back down here, so we can expect euro dollar to mirror it to the upside. And there are a couple of levels that we can look at, but I think that if you guys look at it, you can see this is an important swing high. There is a high liquidity in that area, and expecting euro dollar to return again to the resistance line, and also potentially to test the support here, support here, support here, support here, which is turning resistance. So we could see that euro dollar in the first move, we can expect it to bounce back up to that resistance or even break above further to that level where there is a high liquidity. Now dropping down to the daily chart on euro USD, we can see that from the daily as well, it's forming a potential uptrending impulse here. After this couple of bottom formation, we saw that quite a few days of consolidation, gap open, the market slowly forming a bullish uptrending market structure. Now past week was fully bullish. With last day of trading week, we saw a daily doji formation. So therefore, this week we might see again deeper pullback that might lead that price back to this below this daily support level. Now, if we look at the lower time frame price action, we can see that this is a local uptrend where this is a massive gap open here, and we have seen that with the gap open, the bulls bought that market, and again it dropped back down again with another gap open. This gap open again has given another momentum with another bullish trend here. So that signaling potentially euro dollar moving back up to create a new higher high. This is where we could see that euro USD may give us potential bullish trading opportunity in this market. So this is the zone that we can look for potential trading opportunity on euro USD. Now let's look at AUD USD. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have in this market, looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in this market. Now from the monthly on Aussie dollar, we can see that this is a massive drop here on Aussie dollar from the monthly, as you know, upcoming week a pretty volatile day for AUD USD, as quite a few also high impact news in the beginning of the week. So let's see what kind of opportunity we might have in this market. Monthly perspective on AUD USD, from this level we can see that this is a massive drop here from the monthly on Aussie dollar, quite a few rejection here, and this is the monthly impulse on AUD USD, could give AUD USD another momentum to the upside to create a new higher high. Now, as you can see, the market engulfed the previous monthly doji from both direction. We could see that further upside here on AUD USD. Looking at the Fibonacci perspective from high to the low, we can see that AUD USD approaching also potential 38.2% Fibonacci level here, and with that Fibonacci level expecting AUD USD to bounce back up, and I think that it might bounce back up even further to the upside to potentially 50% or crossing that above. So there could be an upside bias. Now dropping down to the weekly, now you can see the market open with a gap and failed to create a new lower low. Instead, the market is straight bounced back up, has given a potential for AUD USD to potentially move back up to that liquidity zone. Now dropping down to the daily chart, we can see that there is a daily uptrending market structure from here. This is the daily impulse followed by this pullback, and we can see another impulse followed by deeper pullback, expecting AUD USD to move back up to create a new higher high. So lower time frame, we can see that AUD USD for the market to potentially to remain bullish. Now if we look at the 4-hour chart, how the market is evolving, we can see that there is a structure formation here, a long consolidation. The market managed to break out from that resistance line, created another local uptrending market structure. But I think that with the market open expecting deeper pullback to retest this previous resistance here, which is turning support here, and from that zone we can expect a potential return to the upside. We can look for potential trading opportunity on AUD USD. Now let's look at GBP USD. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have in this instrument. Now looking at British Pound US Dollar, we can see that monthly perspective on GBP USD, this is a strongly bull market. Starting from here, we can see the market, there was a big drop here with a long wick rejection, followed by this is the monthly price action where the market has formed a bullish engulfer. Now if we take like the Fibonacci for euro dollar and AUD USD, we can see that GBP USD also approaching Fibonacci level. We have seen the primarily it tested the 38.2%, and as the market is bullish from DXY perspective, we can expect further upside on GBP USD as well in this upcoming week. Now dropping down to the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective it formed a double bottom here, managed to break out with a weekly bullish engulfer, expecting British Pound US Dollar to drop again for a deeper pullback and then to return back up to create a new higher high in this market. So this is the resistance line, and I think that the price even may try to break this high where there is a high liquidity in that area. Now dropping down to the daily chart, we can see that from the daily perspective, British Pound US Dollar is showing a potential change of trend, and we can see that there was a gap open forming a triple bottom here. The market managed to break completely to the upside. Now this is where we can see this is the daily candlestick pattern on GBP USD, and from the daily price action this is an important daily support, and I think that on British Pound US Dollar expecting for the market to drop again, grab the liquidity and then to trend again to the upside. Therefore this daily support is crucial on British Pound US Dollar. Now looking at the 4-hour time frame, here is we can see like the euro dollar and AUD USD, the market has managed to break out completely with an important support level here. Now, what I think that on GBP USD, like the euro dollar and AUD USD, we could see potential break of structure for deeper liquidity grab. That's where we can look for potential entry opportunity on GBP USD. Now let's look at XAU USD. Now gold, we have seen that past week after this massive trend, there is a deeper pullback. Now we'll be looking at first of all higher time frame as usual to see overall picture in this market. Now from the monthly, we can see that this market is in a very strong uptrend. As we have analyzed this historical perspective quite a few times, you guys knows that this is a historically bull market, and we have seen that there was an inverted head and shoulder in that area with this impulse, with that inverted head and shoulder pullback, and we can see another impulse here on XAU USD. And what we can see that here, this is the second impulse on the monthly, and after this deeper pullback, the market managed to create a series of higher low with a monthly bullish engulfer, followed by this is the monthly candle here on XAU USD. So far, expecting for the market to drop again for a deeper pullback and then to return back up to create a new higher high. Now, if we look at the weekly perspective, here is a little clearer picture. There is a potential for another liquidity candle formation this week, expecting. Now, if we look at this weekly price action, first of all, to confirm a long-term uptrending market structure, we can see that inverted head and shoulder breakout, pullback, and then retest of this level with a stronger momentum on XAU USD, followed by we have seen that here in that area, this inverted head and shoulder series of higher low formation, the market completely has broken above with this weekly impulse. Now we have seen that quite a few weeks the market is in a bullish trend, and in that bullish trend past week we saw a long week candle. Now there could be bulls might think of buying from that level, but what I think that there is a probability for further downside here for deeper liquidity grab. Now this is the weekly resistance here we can see, and also important level of resistance, as this middleman is a complete retest candle of this previous order block here, which is the previous resistance here, which is turning support here. And this candle is quite important, as the top of this candle is an important level of resistance, could be tested as a support, and I think that the price may retest that, bounce back up, could form a potentially a liquidity candle formation is possible. Therefore, what I think that in the beginning of the week we could see potential return further to the downside to retest, and at the end of the week we could see that the market bouncing back up, forming a weak fill candle here, and we could see potential weekly bullish candle formation in that area. So that could be the situation on XAU USD. Now looking at the daily chart, we can see that we can spot the daily trend here, and you can see the market in fact forming an impulse correction, and in that area what we can see that there is a daily strong rejection here. This candle on the daily, this doji is quite important, as it has tested this important resistance as a support and also closed above with a bullish engulfer. That candlestick pattern is a very important liquidity zone, and what I think that this week we might see a potential continuation, as there is a daily bearish engulfer here, and that might lead the price back further to that liquidity zone, where also aligning with the Fibonacci and also daily 20 EMA. Therefore, lower time frame can give us short-term selling opportunity, long-term bullish trading opportunity in that area. So looking at the 1 hour chart here, we can see there is a complete breakup structure with a head and shoulder formation here. The market managed to break below. Therefore, lower time frame price action can give us potential short-term selling opportunity on XAU USD. And if we see the trend continuation, we will be looking for short-term selling opportunity in this market, as it is a long-term bull market. Throughout the week, if we see the market slowly bouncing back up from those zones also, we can look for potential bullish trading opportunity based on price action confirmation. And also I will be posting quite a few analysis that I do every single day. Guys, make sure that you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel for more updated education as well as analysis that I am posting every single day in XAU USD. Now let's look at yen pair. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we might have on yen, and also we'll be looking at dollar CAD as well. So let's first analyze the dollar CAD, and also we'll be jumping on the yen pair to see how it might be doing. Now dollar CAD, we can see that this is the monthly price action on dollar CAD. There was a gap open, and so far we can see that deeper drop on this market from the monthly, and we could see that dollar CAD is potentially coming back further to this support level. And as this market managed to break down, we could see the price is remaining bearish for long-term perspective, at least for certain period, as we see that DXY showing a bearish pattern. And back-to-back 2 weeks, we saw that dollar CAD has formed strong bearish price action. There is a gap open here, and with that gap open, the market managed to break below, expecting dollar CAD potentially come back here to drop this to this swing low where there is an important support level. Now dropping down to the daily chart on dollar CAD, we can see that from the daily perspective, we see there is a visible head and shoulder, which is a huge head and shoulder, and the market, in fact, respecting that head and shoulder, has broken below, expecting dollar CAD for the market to retest and then to continue to drop to create a new lower low. Now looking at the 4-hour chart on dollar CAD, we can see that the market here has completely separated from that structure here. This is a significant level of support on dollar CAD, has broken completely below, and with the pullback, what I think the dollar CAD may try to retest this level and then continue to drop. So this could be the wave on dollar CAD for the upcoming week, as we are expecting DXY to remain bearish. Dollar CAD may reflect in the same pattern as to be bearish for at least throughout the week. Now let's look at dollar yen. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have in this instrument, looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in this market. Now from the monthly, we can see that dollar yen is currently bearish at the moment. It's a long-term bull market, but we have seen that after previous monthly narrow candle formation, dollar yen managed to break below this month with a stronger momentum. And as the market managed to break, we could see that from the monthly, dollar yen ultimately dropping back to that support level. Now if we look at the weekly perspective on dollar yen, we can see that from the weekly, this is a huge drop on the weekly, followed by a long wick candle, and that long wick candle is also a strong rejection in that market, expecting dollar yen to drop again to the support level. We could see the dollar yen coming back here to create a new lower low. Now dropping down to the daily chart on dollar yen, we can see that from the daily, this is currently establishing a strong downtrend here. From here, we can see this drop followed by this pullback, another drop, pullback, another drop, deeper pullback. And what we can see, previous daily candle, a daily bearish engulfer. After cross of this daily high, we can see the market managed to break below, and today's candle here is, we can see a daily bearish candle. And what I think that the market may try to pull back and could remain bearish to that support level, as this is currently showing bearish pattern. Now looking at the 4-hour chart, we can see after this bounce, the market is straight drop back to that support level. And what we can see here is that this is where the market multiple times form long wick candle, expecting for the market to, as it has already broken below, what we can expect for this market on dollar yen to retest and then to return again to that support level. That could be the level that we can look for potential selling opportunity on dollar yen. And I think the market may remain bearish throughout the week, as we are expecting downward pressure on DXY. Now let's look at GBP JPY. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in this market. Now from the monthly we can see that GBP JPY, as expected after the previous monthly close, the market opened with a gap, and then so far after this drop has got a bounce to the upside. What I think that the market may remain throughout the month from this support and resistance zone. It could range, or after a drop we could see potential another bounce back up, as the market already tested the low, has got a rejection. Now looking at the weekly perspective, here we can see that there is a weekly bullish candle formation, and at the same time we can see the market is forming series of lower high in that area from the weekly perspective. And with that series of lower high formation, with this gap open, expecting for the market after this gap open to bounce back up and to continue to rise to create a new higher high. Now dropping down to the daily chart on GBP JPY, we can see that from the daily, this is the daily support here, and also support here. And I think that, as you can see, there is an impulse expecting deeper pullback, and which is also aligning with an important support level. And also we might see that GJ dropping for a deeper pullback, having another potential bounce to the upside. If we look at the 4-hour chart to see how the market might be evolving, we can see that there is a breakout, narrow pullback, another breakout. The market is forming a triangular pattern formation here, expecting from the triangle for the market to potentially break to that level and then to bounce back up. So this is where you will be looking for potential bullish trading opportunity on GBP JPY. As soon as you will find suitable entry, we'll be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Traders, hope that you enjoyed this important weekly forex forecast for the upcoming week to see what kind of trading opportunity you might have. If you enjoyed, make sure you give a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the educational content that I am posting every single day. With that being said, thank you very much, and I'll see you very soon trading live together, and also in another analysis that posting shortly. Keep eye on the channel.